we come out with our own jig. And the reason being, a lot of people fish boat docks and stuff like that. Well, you know, a hand-tied jig is kind of the staple in this area now. And we improved it drastically. One of the things we've done is they're all hand-tied jigs. We got our own set of custom colors because you can buy your staple black and blue and your regular green punk and everything else. We added a little twist to all of them. All right, not only are they hand-tied, but they're all custom color coordinated on the head. Our jig colors are a little bit different than everybody else's, but that's not the best part of it. The best part is, how many times when you're using any kind of jig trailer, you always super glue them up there when you're using a jig trailer. All right, a lot of times that glue will dry. You go to skip on a dock or anything else, your chunk will come off or whatever, or the ball up on the hook when the fish hits it, and your co-angler throws in there and catches the 7-pounder you just had hit your jig because you balled your chunk up. What we did is on all of our jigs, we've got a screw lock on them, a keeper. So what that does is there's no more super glue, there's no more wasted trailers and soft plastics. Once you get it up there and screw it up there, there's no more coming down or sliding down. There's no super glue, no nothing. It holds it tight the whole entire time. So there's no more looking for your super glue, no more gluing your hands together, no more wasted trailers. So you save on trailers, you save on everything else. And another thing when you get in all these hand-tied jigs, because there's so many of them out there nowadays, all of them come with a 4/0 hook, even the 1/2 ounce size. Our 3/8 are standard with a 4/0. Our 1/2 ounce are all standard with a 5/0. Something that you can't get in a hand-tied jig around here. And we all use the mustad needle point and everything else. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pass these around so you can look at them. Pretty simple deal. All right. Just thread it up there like you regular do. Once you get it up there to the screw lock, simple. Just twist it. And it's held on there enough because the screw lock is long. Once you get it up there, voila. It's not coming off. There's no super glue. There's no waiting for it to dry. No gluing your skirt together or anything else. It's a pretty simple deal, and it's a neat little trick. This is not the standard Arky size head that you get with every hand-tied jig out there. This jig we actually did ourselves, and it's actually beveled because an Arky head, if you're skipping an Arky head on a dock, a lot of times it'll grab the water and push the water. This will not because it has beveled at the point. Like I said, our colors are all custom. It's something we sat down and did every one of them. Just for instance, that color right there is a green pumpkin blue glimmer with a little black with a little blue glimmer on it. It'll match any color trailer out there. We sat down with all the different jig trailers that's out there now and tried to match them to where all of our jigs, you can pick up about any kind of trailer you want out there. If it's a baby brush hog, a crawl, a beaver, or anything else, you're going to find a color that matches this that's going to be different than everybody else's. We don't use a light weed guard. We use a medium weed guard. Everybody else uses a light. You get hung up if you come into brush, or if you come into a contact with a pier pole, it'll turn and grab. With that medium, you won't get that. It's not a heavy, but it's a medium. It's perfect for fishing any type of application that you do around this area. What do you guys think of them? Something that nobody's come out with or done yet.
It'd save a few dollars on that bottle of
glue. And it saves you a couple dollars on pack of jig trailers too. Because once that super glue hards on that jig trailer, it comes off one time, it rips the center out.
Yeah.
This right here is going to stay there, fish catch after fish catch after fish catch. You don't have to worry about it. Especially if you pull up to a place, they're biting the jig quick, instead of having to waste time putting another jig trailer on, you've done calmed that school of fish down that's up there. You don't have to worry about that now. All right, give me some questions. Absolutely.
Do all your jigs have that head on?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. All of our jigs, that's the screw lock, my Dockbuster jig. And like I said, they were designed just for that because a hand-tied jig around here, that's what everybody ties, and there's so many different kinds. And the thing about it too, instead of buying a card of jigs, you know, all your hand-tied jigs are on a card. You go pull it off of there, you got an open bag and everything else. Ours are individually packed. Are you gonna grab one, Jason? Grab a packaged jig. All of ours are individually packaged, so you can pick the jig up and actually look at the colors in it to where you can't the jigs that's on the card. And once you pull off that card, if you go throw them in your boat, they'll get moisture in them and everything else. That's why ours are individually packaged also. And like I said, that's the way they come packaged. That way you can pick it up and you can check it out. And they all have the screw lock right there on the thing. And like I said, if it's a 4/0, it'll be a 3/8. If it's half ounce, it'll be a 5/0. Like I said, it's something that nobody's ever come out with, and something we've been messing with for a while, and it works. It just takes jig fishing to that next level where you're not sitting there fiddling with everything. You know, we didn't invent the jig; we just perfected it.